Hey everybody, welcome back to our channel. Today in this video, we are going to talk about human digestive system, which is very crucial component of biology of life processes. So firstly, if we initiated human digestive system, we should know that what are life processes. So as I mentioned earlier in my videos, life processes is a process that we do or that our body do so that we can sustain our life. So all this process like respiration, excretion, this digestion, all these are life processes. So with this, let's get going with this interesting topic. So firstly, we have human digestive system. We should know what this topic is talking about. Now it is written human digestive system. Basically, it is a specialized system which is present in humans, which is present in our body so that digestion of food can take place. As we know, food is very important, crucial component of our diet. Food is composed of everything like water, it's elixir of life, right? So, as food is very important, digestion of food and to study digestion is very important. So, human digestive system talk about the digestion of food. Now, they involve many steps. So, let's talk about that. Okay. So we have human digestive system. This human digestive system is basically done by alimentary canal, which is present in our body. So we have alimentary canal, which is a specialized canal, or I can say a tube which is present all through our body so that digestion can take place. This is alimentary canal, or I say a digestive tract which is present in our body. So this is alimentary canal. It's made up of many components. So let's talk about these and also the diagram so that for examination point of view which is subjective. Okay. So firstly, let me rub this alimentary canal. Okay, so we have human digestive system. In this, we have the important types. So first let me draw the diagram. So we have our mouth, right? Then we have the pharynx, which is the common passage of both food and air. We have the esophagus, which is the food pipe. Then we have the stomach. Then we have the stomach, right? After which here we have the gland, which is pancreas. We have over here liver somewhere over here like that. Then we have gallbladder over here. We have the large intestine and small intestine which is present over here, right? Now this is the whole digestive system. As it is not shown here, I will draw this. So we have small intestine. After the small intestine we have the anus. So this is the whole digestive system. So what happens here? This is your mouth. This is your mouth. So firstly, let's talk about mouth. Okay. So as we have this mouth is basically a transverse slit bounded by two movable soft lips. Now, the function of mouth is that we take food, we keep it over here. It's like a temporary storage bag, right? We have this mouth, we put the food particle over here. This is our mouth and the function of mouth. This is composed and basically bounded by two soft movable lips as I mentioned. So here at each portion we will have the lips. Okay. So after lips we have the buccal cavity. In the mouth after that we have buccal cavity, oral cavity or the food cavity. So we have here oral cavity. I write oral cavity. In this buccal cavity, it is made up of three main components. We have teeth, we have a tongue, and we have this mouth, which is a space in which food is basically entered. So we have basically our teeth. Now teeth, as in my previous video, I have also mentioned about teeth. Teeth are basically of many types. In us, we have many types of teeth. We have basically four types of teeth. The first one is premolars. We know teeth is used for the chewing of food. Then we have the molars. After molars, we have canines. And we have the last one which is incisors. So we have premolars, molars, canines and incisors. So what happens here that we have premolars, then molars, we have canines which is basically for the tearing of food. Then this premolars and molars for the chewing of food, grinding of food. Then after we have incisors which is for the cutting of food particle. Right? We have the growth of incisors can be better understood by the example of rabbit. So this is incisors written over here. So these are the types of teeth which are very important. They are just for the chewing of food. There are the teeth. After the teeth we have the tongue. Tongue is basically very unique because it helps in many functions. So first let me rub this all and understand about tongue. Alright, so we have tongue. It is basically used as for a speech. I can teach you now. You can talk to me. This all process is only due to our tongue. So it's very crucial component of buccal cavity or oral cavity, right? So for speech. Second is for the mixing of saliva with our food. So we can write mixing. So we can write mixing of saliva with food. So mixing of saliva with food. This is also a very important process because saliva is a very important part of oral cavity. It's basically secreted by the salivary glands which are present over here, somewhere over here. Then we have this and we have here. So these are three. We have salivary glands and the pairs are of three. Okay. So we have the mixing of saliva. Now why saliva is important and why we should mix food with saliva? Because it is antiseptic. Saliva, we say that this is antiseptic. And as this is antiseptic, we should mix it so that all that the germs which are present can be killed. And also, saliva is important because it contains salivary amylase. And always remember, whenever you hear the term amylase, it's only the digestion of starch. So in our mouth itself, starch digestion start to take place. Because here in saliva we have, let me write over here, saliva amylase. Isn't it? So we have saliva amylase which convert the starch which is present in our food to maltose and dextrine. So I will write maltose plus dextrine. So this is done by the saliva. Okay. So then after saliva, over here, after the oral cavity, we have the pharynx. So we have pharynx over here, which is the common passage of both the food and the air. So we have, then after we have esophagus, or I'll say food pipe. So first let me rub this so that all is clear to you. So then we have this food pipe. Food pipe is nothing but basically a long narrow tube which runs from your mouth till your stomach so that the traveling of food to your mouth to stomach can take place. It's just a passage so that food can enter from mouth to your stomach, right? For the proper digestion of food. And mind, this proper digestion or the complete digestion of food is only done in small intestine, not in stomach, right? So this is very important question. Then after we have the food pipe. Very important feature of food pipe is that it shows peristalsis movement. Now what is that? The peristalsis movement is that it have the muscles of food pipe contract, relax so that the traveling of food can take place. So I have this food pipe. Let's suppose there is no food over here and if I made to enter the food, this is a food particle which is having direction like this. What will food pipe will do? They will contract and then relax. Muscles of the food pipe will contract and relax. So it will do, what it will do is, it will make like this. It will contract, then relax. This portion is basically relaxing, contracting the muscles, right? So we will write like this. Due to this, as the food particles enter here, next time this muscle will expand, so then the food particle will go easily without the backflow, right? So peristalsis movement is very important and it is very important question for you, right? So the food pipe show peristalsis movement. Then after we have stomach. Stomach is a J-shaped bag which is present in the left side of the upper part of abdomen, which is very near to liver. So, stomach is very important for the digestion of food, because in stomach, at the wall of the stomach, we have some glands, right? So, in the wall of the stomach, we have some glands which are called gastric glands. Alright, it's gastric glands. 1 minute. So we have gastric glands. In this gastric glands, these glands basically secrete gastric juices. So by the name we can write secrete gastric juices. What is special in gastric juices? Because they contain four very crucial important components: mucus, propapsin, prorerin, and HCl. HCl, we all know, hydrochloric acid, which is very important, and one more important, like we can say a very important like disease or all that, that is acidity caused by this HCl. So we have HCl, we have propapsin, we have prorerin, and we have the last one, mucus. Mucus. Now mucus is also present in our nostril. In the respiration, I will teach you. So we have HCl. HCl is hydrochloric acid. It is basically an acid which is secreted by gastric glands in the stomach so that digestion of food can take place. Why so? Because first it is acidic in nature, so it will kill germs which are present in the food. So HCl is very important for the digestion. It provides acidic medium. So if there is a high secretion due to the more eating of spicy food and all that, there is lot amount of acid which is produced, due to which we have the process of acidity, for which we take, right? We have HCl. After that we have mucus. Why mucus? Mucus is basically a protective layer which attaches itself to the wall of the stomach over here, so that the action of HCl cannot penetrate the walls of stomach, because HCl, we know that any acid will be harmful for anything, right? So wall can be corroded so that mucus attaches itself to protect us, right? Then after we have the propapsin. Propapsin is basically enzyme, and prorerin is also a protein digestive enzyme. Both are protein digestive enzymes. Prorerin is a milk protein digestive enzyme. Propapsin is simple protein digestive enzyme. Now we have that this HCl is very important for both these, because HCl basically what it do, it will work on propapsin and it will work on prorerin, so that from propapsin we can get pepsin, and from the prorerin we can get renin. So we have pepsin and renin, which are the enzymes. So at last we have the pepsin from it, and renin from it. So we have the pepsin and renin secreted over. So after stomach we have over here gallbladder, which basically we have liver, which is basically secreting bile juice in the small intestine. Now let's talk about bile juice. So first, after this we have bile juice, which is basically secreted by the liver, which is the largest gland of our body. So we have the bile juice. Bile juice provide alkaline nature, means basic nature somewhat. Now why it is providing? Because it is used in the emulsification of fats in food. So we have emulsification of fats, I'll say. Emulsification of not food, emulsification of fats. So we have emulsification of fat. Now emulsification is very important definition. We have very important process. It's the breakdown of large fat globules into smaller fat droplets, and this process is called emulsification, and this emulsification is done by bile juice, which is alkaline in nature. Then after we have intestinal juice, which are present over here, like we have intestinal amylase for the starch and all that. We have peptides. At last we have the proteins released to amino acid. We have this complete digestion in the small intestine with the help of intestinal juice, pancreatic juice, and the bile juice. These three juices are very, very important, in which we have pancreatic amylase for the starch digestion and all the digestion. So we have this whole process of digestion. At last, the undigested food will be excreted out from the body and through the anus. This is the whole process of the digestion. I hope you understood this. So if you understood, please give your little thumbs up. Thanks for watching.